Okay, so I just woke up. It's 4:22 a.m., but I'm pretty sure I woke up at like 4:08, which was the time I was born. Um, yeah, I woke up and my mom was like, "We're trying to get you back on your natural schedule, and this was the time that you woke up when you were born, and this is your natural schedule." And I was like, "But I'm tired," and she was like, "Get up and make a video about the dream you just had." And I was like, "Yeah, but I still feel like I'm tired." And she's like, "Theresa, get up. I'm putting you on your natural time clock for a reason." I was like, "Okay." um, so I had a dream about fall, about autumn, and it's my favorite season. I was born September 30th. Um, I ate a lot of donuts in my dream. It's a Dunkin' Donut, the cream, the ones with like the frosting, the vanilla frosting in it. Those are like my favorites. Um, there was a lot of water in my dream. I was in the woods. Yeah. Yeah, and I also remember, yeah, I remember that, my mom was singing a lullaby. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, my mom was singing like a certain lullaby in my dream. I mean, in real life, but it was in my dream. Like the words and everything. I saw it like written down on a piece of paper, like stationery that had my like tree in the background. That's interesting. But I could hear her saying it too. Um, yeah. Um, and then, it was something about the water. Before I went to bed, I made a couple of videos about water. Um, and it's like, I was talking about how if I just get regular tap water, room temperature, put in your mouth, and you let it sit there until your saliva mixes with it, and then it feels room temperature. Until it feels like it's like you can't taste the minerals or whatever is in it. You just let it sit in there for a while, and then you drink that, just that sip, and I can see like the auras that I can already see already. It like amplifies it. It's really beautiful. It's just amazing, and that's only like I only had like 4 sips of water, literally 3 to 4 sips of water. That's it, like enough to put like in your tongue and kind of like flatten it on the top and like in the roof of your mouth, and that's it. That was all I had yesterday for water. And I had coffee, and I was like a little dehydrated, and she was like, "Have a sip." She's like, "Don't underestimate the power of water, Theresa." She's like, "These elements are very, very powerful, and if you take care of them and you respect them and trust that they know that the water will know exactly what to do, you will find that your whole world will change." She's like, "Just trust me, just trust me." I'm like, "Okay." Sure enough, I had not remembered my dreams so clearly in a very, very long time. In fact, I can't remember the last time it was that well, okay, it hasn't been that long, but I haven't been able to sweat in a while. It's like I've been so dehydrated or something was off in my own body where I couldn't sweat properly. It made me feel uncomfortable. It made me feel like my cells were fizzing on the inside, just sort of uncomfortable temperature. I don't know, like something was going on internally. And I felt a little under the weather, I guess. Not like sick last night, but a little under the weather. And this morning, I woke up having remembered a fantastic, reminiscent dream with my favorite foods. and Season and Lullaby from my mom. And I slept like a baby. I must have said, I don't think I woke up at all. I think I slept like 8, 9 hours. I woke up in a cold sweat, but it felt good. I feel clean. Like all the toxins that were in my body from yesterday, I totally got rid of them in one dream, in one evening while I was sleeping. And it's funny because last night she was talking to me. She's like, um, things happen overnight, or the biggest changes happen overnight. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, the biggest changes, happen overnight. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I've had some pretty wild things happen overnight in my dreams, and or like wake up and I have like an epiphany, and I'm like, holy cow! Just in a couple of hours, I have an epiphany. She wasn't kidding. Just a couple sips of water, and it's like I couldn't sweat for the longest time, and it was like my heart would overheat, and I would just feel uncomfortable. It was almost like my heart hurt, and my teeth were hurting. You know what? I'm not even sure why, because I take pretty good care of my body, so I don't know if I had like something in my system that was from the weather, and I was fighting it off and didn't realize I was fighting it off. But whatever my mom showed me, whatever happened while I was sleeping, it like healed me. It like literally healed me. Like no wonder Jesus talks about baptism and water, and like no wonder water is like such a spiritual symbol in dreams. Like no wonder. It's like you never really think about water all that much until you need it. You need it. And I'm like, I can't sweat. I feel like my temperature's off all the time. And it's like I don't really talk about it because I'm like, well, you just sort of soldier on, and you muscle through like any physical ailment. I'm just used to that. This is what I do. It's what my mom did. It was like sick days. What the heck is a sick day? Until I'm dying, forget it. I'm going to work. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to make my way through the world. And it was like, I didn't panic about it. I was like, well, something's going on in my system clearly, but I'll figure it out. It'll work itself out. And it's like the same confidence that I had in my body and how strong it really truly is like the same confidence that my mom has in being calm about it, and just feel like, well, she's strict too, but she was like, confidence in the water. She's like, trust the water. Even the tiniest amount, don't underestimate it. It knows exactly what to do to take care of you. She's like, put it in your mouth, let it sit, and then drink. One little sip. One sip of water. One sip. And if you don't have that, it's like all you got to do is chew your tongue, get some saliva in your mouth, and you're just recycling the same water that's already in your system, which is the same amount of water that the earth has. It just recycles. It goes from one place to another. It doesn't create more or less. It's simply weight distribution, water distribution, just like what's happening right now. It's a matter of trusting your water in your own system and knowing that it's always going to know exactly what to do. So yeah, that's basically what I dreamed about. And like the fact that it was just magical, because it was like all these reminiscent things in my life that it's all teary-eyed because you miss it, well, it's like also a very powerful message that I was like, I trusted my mom, and and in turn, it's like, I trust the water. My mom trusts the water, and it made the biggest changes in my system. I feel like I feel so much better now. My temperature doesn't feel off. Yeah, it was a cold sweat, but whatever the heck was in my system, it came out naturally. It was like even yesterday, I felt like this crackling sensation as if I had static electricity inside of my system. I don't feel like that right now. It's amazing. I didn't have a whole lot to share this morning, but I just wanted to wake up and let you know that if you have any problem going on in your system, the elements, well, I'll tell you what, there is something about the elements and just trusting a little bit of that water. And it not only balances your pH, I'm pretty sure it balances even more than that because I feel so much better. Like, so much better. Holy crap. Okay, that's all I gotta say for now. Thank you for watching.